Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be looking at the order of operations. So what is the order of operations? In maths, it sometimes makes a lot of difference what order you do things. So let's look at an easy example. 6 multiplied by 2 minus 1. If we do 6 by 2 first, we get 12, and then we minus 1 and we get 11. If we do 2 minus 1 first, we get 1, and then we multiply by 6 and we get 6. So we get two completely different answers if we do different things first. So the order is important. It's not always a problem. If all the signs plus, minus, multiply, divide are the same, the order doesn't matter at all. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. 3 plus 2 plus 1 equals 6. 2 plus 1 plus 3 equals 6. Same with minus. 6 minus 3 minus 2 equals 1. 6 minus 2 minus 3 equals 1. The order just doesn't matter if all the signs are the same. So these two, 12 divided by 2 divided by 3 equals 2. So 12 divided by 2 is 6, divided by 3 equals 2. Then the next one, 12 divided by 3 is 4, divided by 2 equals 2. Again, the order doesn't matter. And the multiplying one, 6 times 1, 6 times 3 is 18. Or 6 times 3, 18, times 1 equals 18. Doesn't matter the order at all. But when you're using different signs, it can be a problem. So if we look again at the example we used before, we can see 6 times 2 minus 1 equals x. If you do 6 times 2 first, it's 6 times 2 equals 12. 12 minus 1 equals 11. If you do 2 minus 1 first, it's 2 minus 1 equals 1. 1 times 6 equals 6. So we've done that one twice now. So that's why we have rules about what to do first. These rules are not just important for math, but also for computers. Using Microsoft Excel, you have to follow the same rules as maths. So the computer needs to know which part to do first, just like people. If it does the wrong part first, it will get the wrong answer. So how does the writer tell the reader what to do first? The most important way the writer tells the reader what to do first is by putting brackets, or in the USA they call them parentheses, around the part they want to be done first. The brackets are like a sign to the reader saying, do this first. Sometimes there can be more than one bracket, but it's okay to do them both before anything else. So, for example, 6 times 2 divided by 4 equals x. If I want you to do 6 times 2 first, I will write it like this. Bracket 6 times 2, close bracket, divided by 4 equals x. If I want you to do 2 divided by 4 first, I will write it like this. 6 times bracket 2 divided by 4, close bracket, equals x. So what is the order? And this list you need to memorize. You need to be able to know which order something goes to straight away from your memory without having to look it up. So first, brackets. They're called brackets by English people or parentheses by Americans. I'm going to call it brackets. So you do those first. Anything that's in brackets. Like I said before, if the brackets are there, it's a big sign saying do this first. Second, numbers that are squared or cubed or to the power of anything. So like 2 to the power of 3 in the example there. Could be 2 to the power of 4, 5, anything. So it's written as a main letter 2 with the little 3 up high. So any number that's got a little number up high like that, you have to do second. They're called exponents by some people and indices by other people. In this video, I'm going to call them exponents. And third on the list is multiply or divide. And these rank equally. So what do you do when things rank equally? You use the left to right rule to decide which to do first. We'll come to that in a moment. So fourth, there's add and subtract, or add and minus, plus and minus. These rank equally, so use the left to right rule to decide which to do first. So what is the left to right rule? It says that if two operations are equal on this list, so multiply and divide are equal, or add and subtract are equal, do the one nearest to the left of the equation first. So how does it work? So here's an easy example. 7 minus 5 times 4. We have two things to do, a minus and a multiply. So which one should we do first? So multiply is before subtract on the order list. So we should do the multiply first. It's always a good idea, as you do each step, to write down how the problem looks, because it changes. You have the problem at the start, you do step 1, it looks different after that. You do step 2, it looks different again. So keep writing down how it looks at each stage. So here's an example. So the basic problem is 7 minus 5 times 4. So step 1, multiply 5 times 4 equals 20. So now we can say the problem now is 7 minus 20. So the second step, we do the subtraction, 7 minus 20, the answer is minus 13. So here's a harder example. 4 times 3 times 2 to the power of 3, or 2 cubed. So we have three things to do. We have the 2 multiplies and 1 exponent. Which one should we do first? Exponent comes before the multiplies, so we should do the exponent first. So 2 cubed means 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 8. So we can now call the problem 4 times 3 times 8. Second, we're going to multiply 4 times 3, and the answer is 12. So the problem now looks like 12 times 8. And third, we do the 12 times 8 multiplication, and the answer is 96. Now an even harder example. So this one says 3 times 2 cubed divided by bracket 8 times 3, close bracket. This time we have four things to do. 1 multiply in brackets, 1 multiply with no brackets, 1 divide, and 1 exponent. So brackets first. So 8 times 3 equals 24. And now the problem looks like 3 times 2 cubed divided by 24. Second, we do the exponent. 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. So the problem now looks like 3 times 8 divided by 24. Third, we multiply. Because of the left to right rule, we do this before the division. So 3 times 8 equals 24. So the problem is now 24 divided by 24. And fourth and last, we divide 24 by 24, and the answer is 1. Okay, your turn. 6 times 2 minus 4. So you go ahead and work on that one. Pause the video if you need to. I'm going to go ahead with the answer now. So the answer is minus 12. Did you get that one? Let's go through it. No, I'm just joking. The answer is 8. So here's how we get to 8. First, 6 by 2 equals 12, because multiplication becomes before minus. So then you have 12 minus 4 equals 8. And that is your answer. So the question this time is 3 squared minus bracket 2 times 4, close brackets, minus 1 cubed. It's going to take a little bit of time to work that one, but I'm going to go straight ahead with the answer now, so pause the video if you need to. Here we go. The answer is 0. How do we get that? Well, we do the brackets first. 2 times 4 equals 8. So now the problem reads 3 squared minus 8 minus 1 cubed. Next step, we do the exponents. So there's 2 of them. First one, 3 times 3 equals 9. And the second one, 1 times 1 times 1 equals 1. So now it looks like 9 minus 8 minus 1. And we calculate that one, and the answer is 0. And the next one, 16 bracket 1 minus 11, close bracket, divided by minus 10. Looks a bit messy, this one. So I'm going to go ahead with the answer now, but you might need to pause. Here we go. The answer is 16. How do we get it? Here we go with that one. First, the brackets. 1 minus 11 equals minus 10. So now the problem is 16 bracket minus 10, close bracket, divided by minus 10. So we go 16 times minus 10 first equals minus 160. So the problem is now minus 160 divided by minus 10. So we can use the minus minus rule here. So it'll become 160 divided by 10 equals 16. And that's the answer. Okay, some confusing things. Firstly, sometimes you have to do things outside this normal order. So for example, if you have bracket 6 minus 2 squared, close bracket, you cannot calculate the bracket without calculating the exponent first. So go ahead, do it that way. Secondly, sometimes the problem will have things to be divided on the bottom, like this one. So we've got 3 times 2 cubed over 8 times 3. So they're writing like that instead of writing it 3 times 2 cubed divided by 8 times 3. No problem, just follow the same rules as before. Sometimes there are 2 sets of brackets. The second one inside the first one, like this. Bracket 64 minus bracket 6 plus 4 squared, close bracket once, close bracket twice, times 2. So do step by step. Each step is easy. So start with the inside bracket. 6 plus 4 squared. Now you have a problem. You can't do this unless you do the exponent first. So do the exponent first. 4 times 4 squared equals 4 times 4 equals 16. So now the problem looks like bracket 64 minus bracket 6 plus 16, close bracket once, close bracket twice, times 2. So now we can do the inside bracket. 6 plus 16 equals 22. And it looks like bracket 64 minus 22 bracket times 2. So We can do the bracket. 64 minus 22 equals 42. So now our problem looks like 42 times 2. And then we can do that multiplication. 42 times 2 equals 84. And that's the answer. It's a lot of steps, but every step is pretty easy. Now this is your chance to make your own expression or your own example. So ask somebody to choose 7 different numbers between 1 and 9 for you. The 5th number has to be 2 or 3 or 4. Or you can make them up yourself if you want to. So write them down in the table just the way I have done my numbers, to write your numbers alongside them or on a piece of paper. You don't have to. You can use mine if you want, but you don't have to. You're welcome to use your own. So let's start by adding the first 2 numbers. So I'm going to use my numbers as an example, but you do your own thing. So the first 2 numbers are 6 and 8. So we do brackets 6 plus 8. That's the beginning of our formula. Now let's divide it by something. So we use the 3rd number. So I'm using the 3rd number for me is 9. So now my problem looks like bracket 6 plus 8, close brackets, divided by 9. Yours, of course, will look different, but it should be in the same thing. It should have 2 numbers in brackets with a plus sign at the beginning, and then after the close bracket sign, it should say divide by something. Okay, now let's multiply by an exponent. So use your 4th number for the number, and then use your 5th number, the one that's between 2 and 4, for the exponent. So my 4th number is 4, and 5th number is 3, so it will be 4 to the power of 3 for me. So now my problem looks like brackets 6 plus 8, close bracket, divided by 9, times 4 to the power of 3, or 4 cubed. Okay, you managing to follow along? Okay, let's carry on. Now let's put all that we've done so far in a big bracket and add bracket our 6th number times our 7th number, close bracket, at the end. So my problem will now look like open bracket again, 6 times 8, close bracket once, divided by 9 times 4 cubed, close bracket the second time, plus open bracket 5 times 2, close bracket. So yours should look roughly the same. You should have 2 brackets at the beginning, then 2 numbers that are added together, close one bracket, divide by something, multiply by a number that is an exponent, close bracket, and then plus, and then in brackets at the end, 2 numbers multiplied by together. Okay. And the horse is saying, that looks horrible. And it does. It looks really horrible and complicated. Now that you've got something that looks like mine, but with different numbers, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try and solve whatever the equation you've got. So your one will have different numbers, but we'll take the same steps so you can follow it along. So you can see the horse there saying, this looks too hard for me. Hopefully it's not too hard for you. So there on the screen now we have the formula. It's actually not an equation. There's no equal sign in here. So you will have your own one, but it should look the same format as that one. Okay, step 1. You do the inside brackets first. 6 plus 8 equals 14. So now it looks like bracket 14 divided by 9 times 4 cubed, close bracket, plus 5 times 2 in brackets. Okay, next step. 14 divided by 9 next. So we're still inside the first bracket and we're using the left to right rule. And you calculate this on your phone and the answer will be 1.56. So now it looks like this. Open bracket, 1.56 times 4 cubed, close bracket, plus open bracket 5 times 2, close bracket. Exponent next, because we can't do the bracket without doing the exponent first. So mine is 4 cubed, so it's 4 times 4 times 4, which equals 64. 4 times 4, 16, 16 times 4, 64. So now it looks like this. Open brackets, 1.56 times 64, close brackets, plus open brackets, 5 times 2, close brackets. So now we can do both brackets. First one, 1.56 times 64 equals 99.84. And the second one, 5 times 2 equals 10. So now we have 99.84 plus 10. And we have to do that addition. That's the last step. 99.84 plus 10, as I'm sure you know, is 109.84. And that's our answer, 109.84. And the horse says, easy peasy. Maybe you don't agree. But this is the end, my friend. See you next time.